Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Meet Your Therapist. I have my sweet friend Sage here today. Sage, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, so my name is Sage, and I am an LPC-A at the Couch Therapy in Colleyville, Texas. I'm also a PhD student at the Texas A&M Commerce location, and I'm studying counselor education and supervision right now.
It's amazing. Sage, tell me about who you live with. Tell me about your pets, hubby, no hubby. Give us the scoop on your people.
Yes, I would love to. So we are a family of three. It's me, my husband, and our yellow Labrador Bailey. Um,
Hey.
she is just a ball of nervousness all the time. She is scared of anything and everything, living or not. But we love her, and we love that she's so anxious because that means more cuddles for us.
Oh,
And so I'm not complaining, but we love her.
I feel like she fits right in to be a therapist dog. Like you
Oh
were
my
made to be
gosh.
her dog mom. It's perfect.
Yes. Oh my gosh, absolutely. I kind of feel bad because I'm a therapist. I'm like, should you maybe not be as anxious all the time? But oh well,
Just
she's sweet.
understand the why behind the behavior. Like there's things.
And yes, absolutely. I agree.
So tell me who your ideal clients are. What's the population that you geek out on working with, and why
Yes.
is that your
Yes.
population?
So right now, I'd say I'm working with pretty wide range of client ages and also just what they're coming in for, what they're wrestling with. But I'd say ultimately my passion and my giftings lie within those that have experienced trauma, either a family wound or a childhood wound. I absolutely nerd out on
Mm,
my clients when it comes to just understanding trauma and how it shows up in the present for us. And very interested and passionate about the mind body connection. And so, a lot of my work with clients who have experienced trauma is integrating both top down, so thinking through our thoughts, understanding them, but also bottom up. So, where are you feeling that in your body, and how is your body holding that trauma, and how can we digest it and get it out of there? So that is something that I totally nerd out about.
I love that. I know that sometimes, when we tell clients, let's sit with that feeling for a minute or tell me about that feeling, they're like, feeling's a feeling. I don't like
Mhm.
it.
Yes.
And so to be able to have some different approaches on addressing that feeling and
Mhm.
strategies for it, I think is amazing.
Yes. Yeah, it's totally, I feel like a lot of clients kind of come in really wanting to do some of that cognitive processing, which
Mhm.
is so helpful. And introducing the body aspects feels a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I kind of call that out too. I'm like, hey, deep breathing feels really weird. Or doing a
Yes.
scan when you've never done it before feels weird. But after we do it, 9 times out of 10 clients are like, I didn't even know I held my anxiety in my jaw, or I had no idea when I got angry, blood rushed to my head and I felt hot. And so, kind of making those connections between what we're feeling in the moment, emotionally, but also in our bodies, is just such a special way of healing some of the stuff that's going on. So,
I love that. It's also empowering to get that body work back if it's been
yeah,
taken from you. I think that's amazing.
I agree.
Tell me about what your favorite thing is about your clients.
Oh my gosh. Hands down, it's got to be their strength and
Mm,
resilience. I cannot say it enough in session how encouraged I am by my clients who have been through the works, who have
mhm.
experienced pain that no one should experience, and yet they still show up to our sessions ready to fight for themselves and ready to heal. That to me is so encouraging. And so not only do I love that about them, but I also kind of in a selfish way love what they do for me, which is just
Mm,
inspire me and encourage me that you can go through hard things and still show up for yourself and still nurture yourself and heal. And it's incredible. I think that every single session I probably end with, I'm so encouraged by you
yeah,
and your willingness to show up and fight for yourself. So, strength
I
and
love that.
resilience. Yeah.
What's maybe the harder part of being a therapist? Let's flip that a little
Mm,
bit.
yeah, I think it changes season to season.
Fair.
Currently, in this season for me, it's definitely running up against those limitations.
Mm,
Um, it's just so hard when you care about someone so deeply and you want to fix it for them so bad. Like, I really
mm,
wish that I could just put my hands out and have my clients put their pain into my palms and I just take it. Like, that is my ultimate desire. And unfortunately, that's just not how it works sometimes. And sometimes I'm not able to help, whether for whatever reason, whether it be they're wrestling with something that's outside of my wheelhouse, or there's something going on within me that's not able to be there. And so just being able to recognize that and kind of come to terms with the reality that I can't be everything for everyone is a really hard thing.
Yeah. It's funny because this is the third one we've done.
Mhm.
And I think that's been everyone's answer so far.
Yes.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
I want to fix it for you and I can't.
Mhm.
I was doing a virtual session yesterday and I like literally wanted to like crawl through the screen to like get to her and hold her
Yeah.
because like some of that pain that we witness, most of the pain that we witness, like we just want to take it from them because it hurts. But like as a therapist, we know that's not what works in fixing and healing. And so that's amazing to like honor that that's a struggle for you.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
And I think it's cool because like you know your specialties and you know what you have gifts in. And also like when we need to refer out or when we need to connect a dietitian or a psychiatrist to like get you more holistic healing, it's amazing.
Mhm. Absolutely. I'm starting to recognize that it is truly the least selfish thing that I can do for my clients if I recognize that what they're wrestling with needs a different level of care or a more specialized care. And so being able to gently and safely hand them off to someone that we trust, that we've already vetted for them, um, it's not selfish, or
Mhm.
it's selfless to do that. So
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and I think that's a big part of like having those relationships to foster, to feel safe, to walk them to that resource. It's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so tell me, favorite line from a book, a movie, a song, what you got?
Gosh, my favorite quote is from the philosopher, poet of our time,
Mm,
leader in the field of counseling,
mm.
Rafiki from The Lion King.
Yes.
There is a scene where he hits Simba across the head with his little cane stick thing. And he says something along, I'm going to butcher it, but something along the lines of, the past can hurt, but from what I see, you can either run from it or you can learn from it. And there is, first of all, what a truth bomb set within a children's movie,
Hashtag
arguably
Disney
adult
movie.
movie.
Yeah.
I am such a firm believer that hindsight can be one of our greatest teachers. And when we are open to embracing the pain that we've experienced or embracing the things that terrify us and touch them with compassion, that's when the real healing can happen. And I feel so honored as a therapist. I have this vision of my clients kind of coming into that first session and they have their backpack with them. And there's just all this stuff that they've accumulated over the year. It's that backpack that's in the closet that you just throw stuff into.
Yeah.
We just bring it into that first session and we set it on the ground together and we're on our knees, and slowly but surely, in a safe way, we just take one thing out at a time and we look at it and we nurture it and we look at it through a lens of compassion so healing can just start. And so I just love that quote. I think
Yeah.
it's so simple. And I also love that it's so sweetly placed within a kid's movie.
I love that analogy because like there are some things in that backpack that are just not safe yet.
Mm-hmm.
And that one can stay in there for a little bit, but like the one you feel ready to nurture, like you joining them in that, like you're on the floor with them, like that was really
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah,
I like
absolutely.
that. Thank you for that one.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, now that you made me cry, make me cry
Oh,
again. Tell me favorite poem.
okay. So I'm going to be honest here.
Mm,
I want so badly to be proactive, more proactive in reading poetry.
mm.
If it is in front of me and I'm reading it, I am moved. I am like
Well,
moved to my core.
yeah,
I'm teary-eyed, I'm weeping when
yeah.
I'm reading it. But if it comes down to a podcast, an audiobook, and a poetry book, I'm like
Huh?
definitely in the podcast and the audiobook.
Yeah. Everyone has
Um,
different learning styles.
yes, yes, but I love it. And I think poetry it just puts language to a lot of the things that we feel,
Mhm.
but don't have the words to express. And so I love it for that reason. And I do love reading it. It's not my first. But one of the
Yeah.
ones that I am drawn to are some of those short poems by Rupi Kaur.
Mhm.
That's how we pronounce it. And I know she has a new book coming out. I think it's called Healing Through Words. And maybe that's one that I get started with. I don't know. I think it'll
I
have to be
think I know what I'm giving you this month.
I will receive and read. That's my promise.
I have her home body in our lobby in Allen. So maybe that one needs to live in Colleyville. I like
My
it.
gosh, I will take it. I will take it.
Very good. Favorite Instagram accounts to follow?
So on my Instagram feed, you will find a whole lot of therapy memes and therapy jokes. I love healing through humor. So a lot of like my therapist says, I don't know. I love when they just make therapy real and like the
Yeah.
realities of therapy they highlight with humor. There's so much healing there. And so follow a lot of those. I also, for relationships, for personal relationships, but also relationships with clients, I read a lot of the Gottman Institute.
Yeah. They're good on Instagram.
Fire, like so many things that they say, I just am blown away by. And so I like take it and enter it into session. And my clients are like, that was amazing. I'm like, that wasn't me. But
Hashtag Gottman.
and so definitely Gottman. And then just anything that ties in just trauma and like the body experience with trauma, very interested in that. And just the ways that they make such a complex topic so simple. I think that's something that I'm really drawn to in Instagram accounts. So I know Dr. Julie Smith, she does a few like reels that take concepts, like pretty complex concepts, and just breaks them down and kind of puts them with a vision. And I'm very much a visual learner. So I have, so when she takes something in real life and explains a concept through it, it hits home for me. So
I love that. I also like love the diversification of like the learning way, I mean, you're working on your PhD right now. Like there's absolutely no way that you could sit and like dig into a book currently of that concept. Let's do it in a reel. Like, give me a minute and let me brush up on it. It's perfect.
The little nuggets. And then of course the couch therapy. Oh my gosh. Follow the couch therapy. So good.
I don't know if Kim and Megan suggested that. You get a point on that one. There you go. What about fun question? Like, who would play you in a Hollywood movie as a therapist?
This is so hard. I had to phone a friend and some family members, and I got some mixed feedback.
Okay.
We've got some people said Mila Kunis, some said Sandra Bullock, and then others for maybe looks is Shailene Woodley, I think is her name.
Yes, I think you get that a lot. I get that vibe from you.
Do you? Okay. Yeah. So maybe one of those three. I think if I was a casting director, I would probably choose Sandra Bullock, not because we look alike or we're similar necessarily, but I just think that she encompasses all things. She's silly and fun loving, but she can also have depth and compassion. And one of my favorite movies is The Proposal. And so if she can bring in all of that, she will do a good job of acting as me.
Sandra, you're hired. There you go.
There we go.
Make a movie. We've got your role. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, self-care question. What do you do to take care of yourself on a good day? Day's going well. You want to keep the vibe going. What do you do?
So when I am having a good day and have energy, I will tap into the social parts of me and the creative parts of me. So socially, I will take an opportunity. I'm an introvert at heart. So if I have any like inkling of fun loving energy, I will take advantage of that. Go to dinner with friends, go watch movies with friends, go to happy hours with friends, really capitalize on a social energy. And then I love to get creative. I wouldn't say I'm definitely not an artist, but I love tapping into the creative sides of me and creating things that are beautiful or maybe not so beautiful, but at least the journey to get there is beautiful.
Yes.
My husband always makes fun of me because all of my art is like throughout the house, right? In no particular order. It's just kind of spread out everywhere.
I mean, why don't we have any in Colleyville yet?
I don't know if you want it there,
we do. We totally do. It's happening. I cannot wait.
I'll bring
Stay
it.
tuned for an Instagram post of where we hang out. Sage's first.
Our clients gonna be like, what is that? I'm like, not me. I don't know.
My soul. That's my soul.
My soul on a painting. Yeah.
I love that.
I love creating. So
that's awesome. What about a hard day? What do you do on a hard day?
It could go both ways. If I want a mind-numbing activity, I'm all about trash TV. So my favorite thing is
to show.
anything Love Island, F-Boy Island.
Yeah, you love
binge
a trashy
watching.
TV show.
Yes,
Yeah.
but honestly, the cringier the better,
I
I'd say.
love that for you. Yes.
Yes, I'm finishing up Love Island USA right now. I'm like, this is just so bad, but so good, you know?
Yeah. It's all
Um,
fake. You can numb out. Yeah.
yes, yes. And I've gotten my husband hooked on it too. Like, he's one of those that'll like stand in the kitchen and he's like, wait, what are you watching? Oh, that's stupid. I'm like, yeah, do you like want to sit down? And he's like, no. But he's standing there watching it the whole time. So I love that. And if I am having a hard day and I want to express it or get it out or talk to someone, my own therapist, that's
Mhm.
self-care for me, is going to see her, getting to talk to a trusted friend, getting to talk to my husband, getting to talk to my dog,
Mhm.
all of those things. And almost always a bath. I am a bath
Yes.
girl. Yes. And so light a candle, put on my trash TV, sit in the
Mhm.
bathtub. Like that is my ideal night, always.
Megan said Epsom salt bath. So we've got some bathers on our team because that's
Yep.
totally my
Love
MO too.
water. I think water's healing. So
What about the couch? What do you love about working at the couch or not love? Your call.
start just ripping apart the couch.
Just your
No,
boss.
one of the I don't know if you remember, but in our very first interview together, like way back when, I
Mm,
had mentioned to you and Monique that something I was looking for in a practice was three things. It was support,
mm,
growth, and it was authenticity. And I am going to become overwhelmed talking about this, but I just feel like the couch and the women that work at the couch and the environment of the couch has just fulfilled all three of those camps
mm.
plus some. Like it is just overflowing with support. There's never a moment where I feel like I am alone or isolated with something. I can always go to any one of you, just shoot you a text. Hey, what would you do in this situation? Or hey, how do I do this? Or hey, I'm feeling this way. Is this normal? Or just cry to you guys. Like we've had a
Mm.
crying moment on the phone
Oh
before, and it was
yeah.
just
We
so
just cried before we logged in.
just did cry when we logged in here, and it was just so like kind of played into the authenticity part, which we're just able to be who we are. Like I love that our staff meetings sometimes they are strictly about staffing, like
Mhm,
things that are going on in the office, but other times it's in the pool and it's floating
mhm.
literally all day with
Yeah.
a white claw because
Mhm.
that's just you can do both. And so authenticity is another one. And then growth. Holy cow. I am
Mhm.
blown away. Sometimes I sit in our staff meetings. I don't think I say a word because I am just consuming the wisdom and the knowledge that every single woman brings to the table at the
We
couch.
have some
It
brilliant
is
women on our team. It's insane. Yeah.
brilliant. And I am constantly learning and growing as a professional, but also just in my personal life, like
Mm.
constantly challenged. And my clients also are constantly growing me and challenging me, which I love. And so those are probably the three things that I was looking for that they have
Mhm.
been fulfilled and that I most enjoy about the couch.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when you asked that question, I was like, the smart girl. She knows what she wants.
Mhm.
Um, and we are just so honored to have you on our team, have your bright smile and your safe space of warmth and compassion. So thanks for logging on with me today and sharing your heart and making me cry once
Ah,
we're logged on and now.
oh,
Um, you
always.
are a gift. So thanks, Sage.
Thanks,
We appreciate
Emily.
you.
Thank you.
Have
I
a good
appreciate
rest of your
it.
day.
Thanks.